Have you been plagued by save issues on console whilst playing ARK Survival Ascended? Well, there may be good news on the horizon as Wildcard are testing a new single player saving structure. And if there are still any Switch players out there, well, there's an update on what is happening with Genesis Part 2. Hello survivors, yes you heard it correct, finally some update news, well hopefully, on the save issues that console have been experiencing since ARK Survival Ascended released last October. A few months back, Wildcard went to the steps of removing the save button on console single player as it was causing issues, which then resulted in players having to manually save through console commands, which in some cases didn't even work either. This had stopped some people from playing ARK altogether, since the issue of losing progress too often was not worth the effort. So let's take a look at what Wildcard are doing about it. As always survivors, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the ARK news. Wildcard recently announced that they've opened up a public test realm on Steam to test a new single player saving structure. Public test realms are a really good initiative because it allows players to test out some of the bigger updates to the game to identify any issues resulting from the update before it goes live on the live build. It also provides Wildcard with a better testing environment as it includes actual players and therefore an increase in people testing out the update and sometimes stress testing the servers. Now they haven't actually said here that this is related to the console save issue, however there has been no issue with saving on Steam that I'm aware of, and the whole reason they only run the public test realms on Steam is because it involves a completely different build of the game, which the client would have to download. And Steam has the ability for users to opt in and opt out of the public test realm whenever they want. Console on the other hand would need to have the client build submitted through certification, making it a lot more difficult. But presumably this new save structure is going to be applied to all platforms. Exactly how it will work behind the scenes, no one knows. In fact, it's not even clear in the announcement or the PTR channels in the ARK Discord exactly what is to be tested. So instead of people just repeatedly saving the game, hitting that save button to test it to see if there are issues, I suspect it's more of a case of people playing single player as normal so that the saving process can be monitored in a more realistic environment. Now there's no indication yet how long the public test realm will run for. That's probably going to be dependent on if there are issues, and we don't know when the new save process is likely to come. But this is at least a good sign that something is finally being done about the save issues, something that many console players have been waiting a long time to hear about. Now quickly over onto the Switch, there has been an update on Genesis Part 2, which has previously been delayed from last year. Grove Street Games put out a message saying our team has been working hard on Genesis Part 2 to bring players the best experience possible. Unfortunately, some obstacles in getting this expansion to run great on Nintendo Switch have delayed our release plans. You may notice the placeholder in the eShop changed to May 30th. Please note this is just a temporary date and will be changed to the actual release date once it is determined. We apologise for the delay, but know that we continue to make progress on Genesis Part 2 and can't wait to get this game into your hands soon. So clearly the Switch is buckling under the pressure of Genesis 2, but hopefully the team will be able to resolve this and get it out in plenty of time before May 30th, because that is a pretty long time. What this means for the remainder of the community maps, I'm not quite sure. It's very possible that development on those are on hold whilst they work on Gen 2. So right now the Switch only has Ragnarok out of all of the community maps. But that is all the news for today survivors. There isn't that much going on in the ARK world. There's a lot more going on with other games right now. But thank you for watching and thank you for the continued support. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all of the latest ARK news.